Alright, we're at runway 34 right, ready for flight. I'm going to try to hold the camera and take off at the same time. So if I kind of straddle all over the runway, don't be too cruel on me when commenting on the video, but I did want to do the takeoff and show you some of the things here. The first thing, we're going to notify the passengers that we are ready. Then we're going to turn the wing strobes on, and we're going to turn all the lights on so we make a wonderful target for anybody that wants to hit us right after we depart. So here we go. Parking brake is off. We're going to give it a little power here just to get onto the runway, and then we'll stand them up and then push them up. Okay, throttles are standing up, and we're rolling down the runway. I'll be informed in a moment, and now they're pushed up. I'll be informed in a moment that we are at 80 knots. Well, there it is. So we're at 80 knots. Here's the runway. We're at rotating speed. And up we go. And the gear is coming up. Gear is up. We're going to use, at this particular point in time, I have the takeoff speed set for 200. In a moment I'm going to increase it to 250. Below 10,000 feet you have to have your airspeed at no more than 250 knots. Flaps are going to be coming up here, and flaps are now up, and we are on our way. Now, the terrain radar that I was showing you in the other video, that terrain radar starts to disappear when I'm at 10,000 feet or above. It will slowly disappear. Right now I'm basically headed right for the mountains, and you can see the red here. That's the Sierra Nevadas. This is where I'm headed, McClellan Air Force Base, and then there's a hard left turn. You notice I'm intercepting an ILS, but it's not from the airport that I'm going to. They just happen to be on the same frequency. And this is the ground radar telling me that I'm going up, but going up very, very slowly. So we're going to increase the speed here to 250 knots now. Going to increase the climb to 2,200 feet. And these clouds that are outside, this is Rex, real environment weather. And again, for those of you who can't afford a lot of stuff, I would certainly say, hey, get this, because it does a fantastic job of showing you the weather. That would be the passenger view right there. And what we're going to do is now we are going to make a hard left turn, and most of the rest of the flight there's some minor turns, but not a lot of turns. And yeah, I have the volume on for the DME, but I like that. I'm used to it as a private pilot, so I like it, and I ain't gonna change. I'm too old and crankety to change. Okay, we're gonna put the gear in neutral, and now that we're off the ground, the overhead switches, I leave the inboard lights on until I hit 10,000 feet, and then I turn them off. That way I'm still a relatively seen target out there if there's another pilot that's as blind as I am. So this is basically the program at this particular point in time. Remember, it's ProSim737.com, and if you have any problems with it, the creator of this program, Marty, he is absolutely fantastic. He usually gets back to you within a couple hours if you have questions about the program, and sometimes it might take up to 2 days, but the time differential is something. He is in the Netherlands, but if you download it, you'll love it, and it does basically everything the multi-$1,000 programs do. As you can see now, the terrain radar is slowly but surely disappearing because I'm approaching 10,000 feet, and at 10,000 it won't be there at all. So the only thing that I'm going to have on my screen is any air traffic, and at this particular point in time I've set up the stations to be seen. That's what this is here: stations, terrain, and traffic. And just for fun, I'm going to switch this up a little bit so you can see the stars. Now this is traffic right here. As I turn it forward even more, the final is KPDX, that's Portland. So along the way, these are the points that we aim for and go over the VOR points. She just told me we're at 10,000 feet, so that comes off. The switches come off, and I just increased the speed to 265 knots. I'm gonna lower the speed once I get up in about 29,000 feet, then I'm gonna drop it down to 250 knots. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching.